Hello guys, my name is Martin. Welcome back to Stellaris. So I have been a couple of days away from this game because of life. Um, and when I loaded the game up, I noticed that we had a lot of things to clean up from the war against the fallen empire, and I've done so here between videos because it's just a lot of tedious work designing these, no, not designing, but allocating these sectors in a reasonable way. What I've actually ended up doing is giving one of the Fallen Empire systems here to the southwestern sector, and I've given one of them to the southern sector. And then I've actually gone and increased the southern sector with all these core worlds that I had for myself in this region. One of which was Canam, our fleet production center. Reason I did that is I want to take some amount of control of these systems down here, the Fallen Empire systems, and there are two reasons for that. First of all, because these systems are fairly unhappy. These guys, they have a happiness of 35%, and that's actually after that I've done a few things. I changed a couple of policies to make them a little bit more happy. Now, one of those modifiers, as you can see, is recently conquered, and that'll go away over time. But the artificial intelligence problem that they have, 10% unhappiness from that, the way for me to change that would be to disallow artificial intelligence, prohibit that entirely. And that will make it impossible for me to do robots as pops, and I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna keep an eye personally on these sectors to make sure that they don't go to such an unhappy place as to cause serious issues in our empire. Another reason for me to keep these systems for myself is that they have autonomous fabricators and dark matter power plants on all of their systems, all of these planets that I've taken here. This one, this not that one I think, but this one and this one, 4 planets, maybe even 5, are all of them very energy and mineral heavy planets, so they will produce a lot in the long run. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. What else have I done? Well, I have built an extra science ship here, I think. No, that's a construction ship. And a science ship somewhere else. Here. Because we need to survey all of these planets in here in the Fallen Empire. And after that we have to exploit any resources that we find. I've also gone ahead and told my fleets to come up here to the Ethel system, because we have 1 year remaining as Federation President. In 2389, in October, that's 11 months from now, these guys are going to be in charge, and then we're going to have like 30 years of being completely powerless to do anything really, unless we leave the Federation, which will be kind of dangerous actually, because we have generated a lot of threat with our neighbors. I mean, no one here likes us. Well, that's a lie, but these guys are in our Federation. People here who are not in our Federation hates us. And if we leave the Federation, then they'll probably hate us as well, and we'll be all alone. So, I'm probably going to stay in the Federation, but since we're going to be neutered for 30 years after giving up the presidency to some other guy, I want to get in one more war before I pass on the mantle. And who better than our old nemesis here, the Commonwealth of Mecha Goldra. We're going to pounce on them. And we're going to bring in all of our allies. So the Republicans, the Consortium up here, the Imothan Coalition, and the Valiant Galactic Foundation, as well as some minor partners here and there. The problem with that being that the Mecha Goldra here, they have joined a federation of their own. They are with the United Lathrepian Holdings, the Democratic State of Thubulan, and the Confederation of Kenjo. All of those are actually quite nearby. These guys, and the pink guys up here. So they are forming kind of a power block here, whereas our federation is a bit more spread out. I do feel we have the military advantage. I do feel we are stronger, but it's not going to be a pushover by any means. So I'm combining my fleet right now, and I'm going to heal it, or repair it, since we are a little bit damaged. But I don't think we have time to do any kind of upgrading or build a lot of extra ships. So that's going to have to wait until the war is over, and then we can rebuild in the next 30 years or so while we don't have the presidency. We are still involved in a war here against the Natraxis, but that's basically finished. We only need this Shix planet, which is in the Pagel system over here. And we've been needing that for quite some time, but apparently the Valiant Galactic Foundation here is not aware of the fact that we need that planet to end the war. It would be really nice if they just get on with it and get it done. Hopefully before I declare my war here, because I want these guys to be free to come over here and help me with all of this shit here. So that's the plan. We're gonna pass a little time until our fleet has combined over here and is repaired, and then we're gonna declare the war something like probably in like September of next year, so that we can get it in just before we pass the presidency to someone else. Passing the presidency to someone else doesn't relinquish the control of the actual war we are fighting. So if we just declare this war before we give up the presidency, then we have control of that war and we can ask for whatever we want. And we'll get back to that later. But a lot of chit chat. Let's get started. And hopefully without too much lag. I'm gonna zoom way out here, and hopefully that'll be okay. We are researching neutronium forge, well, neutronium extraction in general, and we're also getting +1 core sector planets. Kinetic
construction complete.
Stuff. That's nice. So we have a science ship, and we need to hire a new scientist. The reason I did that, the reason I hired build another science ship, is we have a lot of things to survey. I don't have either a biologist or a rocketry guy. Who's the younger of those? Well, definitely this guy. He's 33. You are hired, my friend. And are you actually better used? No, that's materials, and we don't have a stagecraft guard. No. So we're gonna pop you in here. Go. And let me see here. I queued up some orders for these two guys. So we are surveying that one and this one, these two. So this science ship here. Well, why don't you start by surveying that place where you actually got built, and then you can go down here, I guess. Survey these things. That'll be okay. And what else completed? A construction ship. I see. So I guess we want to build some wormhole stations. Say one there. And one here. I'm gonna build a couple, so we have a reasonable coverage there. And did we lose a wormhole? Oh, we have rebuilt that during the war, so that's okay. So those three might be all right. We'll see if we need more. Pass some time. Our energy and mineral production are really solid now because we have those powerful plants down here, and we're gonna cap out on both of these things very quickly. In fact, I'm going to give Well, in fact, I'm going to cancel my income here. Okay, that's too much. So who's bringing in the energy? That would be those two. So maybe you just go 25% of both of them. That's more than enough, right? We can always increase that later on if we need to. And you can get a little bit more mineral. That's okay. Between videos, I also queued up a great deal of buildings in these Fallen Empire systems to fill out all of those slots, all those tiles that got bombed during the war. Or maybe they never produced anything there, I don't know. Anyways, I've built mining stations almost everywhere. I feel we can control our energy input quite handily right now. That may not be the case forever, but certainly for currently we're doing okay. So what's that? Yeah, resource storage full. There's nothing we can do about that. So we're gonna combine the fleet here, and it's a respectable almost 50,000. And our ship maintenance is minus 222. And now we are repairing. And our ship maintenance is down to minus 170. So that's fine. So we kind of just need to wait until it's September. And by that time, hopefully our fleet will be repaired. I think that's not going to be a problem. And we have some orbital debris. Where are we at actually? Okay, this is where we're surveying. So the orbital space around Gand is cluttered with debris left behind by the alien civilizations that once inhabited the planet. Before they wiped themselves out, their early space programs saw the launch of thousands of primitive satellites and missile launch platforms. Many of these were destroyed by anti-satellite weapons during the planet's destructive nuclear war, adding even more space junk to the mix. Our colony on the surface has developed to the point where the dense field of debris is interfering with its infrastructure, and we cannot use satellites, and civilian orbital flights are limited to narrow launch windows. So that's going to give us a special project to remove that stuff.
Situation log updated.
I think we're just going to go ahead and do. I have queued up science ship to clean up all of this debris. So we're going to get that done. Let's just go here and then tell a science ship, I don't really care which one, so get you to do that research project once you are done with your queue. It's minus 15% mineral, I think, on that planet, but we can certainly make do without that income for a while. One other thing I forgot to do actually is that I need to assign governors, because I gave away a bunch of my stuff, so I need to make sure that the scientist is there, and I don't think I have more science planets. Oh, no, I don't. So the rest of the governors can just kind of spread out wherever. We don't have any slaves, so you don't matter here. Well, we do have a shipbuilding facility. We have several shipbuilding facilities in these new planets, but we're not going to produce anything there right now. So all of you have governors. You have. So we have 2 places without a governor. How are we looking on leaders? Well, we're at 14 out of 17, so I could hire a couple of governors more. Building cost and construction time. Army. Well, I'll get you because you are young. You can come here. That'll also help with the building. There we go. And did a new one up here. Yes, that one. So that's another shipbuilding guy. He's young too. Okay, I'll get you as well. And pop you there. So now all of my planets have governors, and we are fairly close to the cap. 16 out of 17. We could fire an admiral. I really hate the admirals, by the way, because I never know where they are assigned. Right now it seems like it's Ibnar, but yeah, that's anybody's guess. We could also fire the general that we have, since we won't really need him.
Debris analyzed.
I do feel like ground combat, planet combat, is kind of an afterthought to the fleet action, and in that way army strength and generals aren't particularly strong compared to admirals and governors and scientists, who are of course the most important in my opinion. Repairs are done, so this battle fleet is completely up to spec. Let's see here how our complement is looking. We have 10 battleships, so we would like to have about 40 cruisers. We do not have 40 cruisers. We have only 25, so we are battleship heavy, so to speak. In terms of destroyers, we have 50 something. I mean, that's fair compared to the amount of cruisers we have. It's like double the amount of destroyers to our cruisers. And we would like, let's see here, maybe, okay, we have a lot of corvettes on the other hand. So if we were to build anything, it would probably be cruisers and destroyers. That seems to be what we have lost the most of. But I'm gonna do that now for two reasons. One, I don't think we can complete a lot before it's September, and I don't want to build them everywhere because then they can be picked off piecemeal. Secondly, we have a 10% ship cost modifier here, which I don't want to pay. After this guy dies, we can consider it. What we are going to do, however, after the war, we're going to upgrade the ship designs, and then we're going to upgrade the entire fleet while we have that 50% upkeep modifier, which is nice. That's a discount. The other one is a overprice. We'll call that.
Debris analyzed.
Debris analyzed. Okay. And what's this? Hostile fleets, really? Really? Are those guys coming here? Now we are in this war, but I wasn't really expecting them to come down here. They're going to the Popmar system. Where is the Popmar system? No? Did I read? Pop B. Okay. Alright, so that's here. Okay, you're going to Raltac. Are these guys in my federation? They sure are. Kind of a silent partner, I would expect. Okay, so they are aiming to just kick his ass. Now, I'm not gonna do anything about that. I'm not gonna move my fleet, and I have to assume that they'll get this done. I mean, he would accept it right now if we only had this planet. So just bend your knee already. Have you gone there? Or maybe you changed your mind. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. Oh, there you are. No, that's another fleet. So they're kind of buzzing around here and there. Their fleets. Hopefully they won't intercept some of my assigned ships. I'm just gonna put myself to evasive if I'm not already there. With all of my civilian ships here. And you are passive, that's fine. Don't want you to do anything crazy. but you don't have to run away either. And we are lagging here, it seems. Well, not so much lagging as we were standing still, but you get my drift.
Debris analyzed.
More debris analyzed. Ooh, Tachyon lands is 10%. That was a nice one. Okay, so we are practically there. October 13. Let's just wait till October 1st here. All right. So now's the time where we declare the war. They are still in the alliance. I expected nothing less. So we have to consider what we want out of this war. We're gonna be greedy because this is not an alliance; it's a federation, so we don't have to care about what these guys think. If I click suggest demand, all of them are asking for a lot of stuff, and it's gonna be 487 war score. It's ridiculous. There's no actually any clear button here, it seems. So I'll cancel that. Try again. All right. So I want the stuff for myself, and one of the things I was thinking is we're going to generate a lot of threat when we attack here, because we already have a lot of threat from taking on the guys down here, and this is going to make it even worse. And particularly those guys around here are going to get pissed. So I was thinking about these guys, the Confederation of Kenjol. They have been our friends earlier. Right now they have a minus 272 threat radius. So what I'm thinking is we vassalize those guys, and that's going to be our main goal of this war. The Confederation of Kenjol right here needs to be vassalized by the Wormstore. That's going to eat up 60 war score. So it's going to be quite... We're not going to be able to take a lot of their territory, the Mekogoldra people. But we can take away a big ally of theirs, and then we can take maybe just a little bit to maybe hook up these territories. For example, the Beskal. Can we get that? Seed Planet Beskal. That's 23, so yes, we can totally get that. Then we have 87 remaining. Sorry, 13 remaining. I don't think we can get anything for 13. And that's fine. We're only going to take the Beskal system from them, maybe hook up these territories here, maybe even get the Yarak system for free since there's no colony there. Get that Pitharian dust, which I don't know what does actually. But that's okay. So we're going to declare this war. And that's going to be okay, I think. Poof. We are at war. They haven't made their demands yet. What does 1,000 mean? Alright. So right off the bat we see some things here, because we have sensor range. We see that they have 12,000 there. Nothing, 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 and 2,000 if we want to be generous. What else? What do we have down here? Nothing much. That is that other fleet from that other war. So is this. So I don't see a lot of fleet down here, but there's a lot of space here where we don't have sensor range. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. But the main fleet is there. Knocking that out of action would be kinda nice. And I know that our allies have a tendency to follow my main battle fleet. So I certainly want to get aggressive with it. We might even consider going for this war goal up here, the Beskal system, but yeah, that thing. We could also go for the capital, so that would probably suck them right in there, right? If we go up there, they might come with all of their stuff. Question though is that, oh, our allies are already here. I thought that they would need some time to come, but I guess yeah, because we are at war, so they're already right here with us. So I wish they would combine their fleets. That's going to be 12, 20, 32, 40, 50, 64. So we have in excess of 115,000 fleet strength. Why don't we go and pay a visit to Mercogoldra? And if we could change our general, would we want to? Let's see, this one gives ship upkeep and evasion 15%. And he's a level 5, so that's another 20% ship upkeep and fire rate 25%. So he will give plus 10% more fire rate and evasion. So 15% evasion and 10% fire rate. And this one is giving us 2 kinds of speed, because he's worse in evasion. He's 110. I don't know, let him stay in charge until he dies, I guess. There would be some, well, okay, if we can change, then let's do so. That's a scientist. I was just about to say, if our admiral died right there, that would be funny. But okay, our scientist died. Which one was that? That was you. Oh dear, was that our... I think that was our Spark of Genius guy. Oh, I'm so sad. Gonna have to recruit a new one. What are we doing right this second? We're doing statecraft. Which you can't get. We're doing 2 material things. Materialist is kind of a good thing, and he is the youngest one available. I'm gonna get this guy, and then I'm gonna I'm gonna pop him in here, the new material guy there, and then I'm gonna put the field manipulation guy in here, since he does nothing for us down there. Okay. All right. So did I queue up that order? Yes, I did. But I didn't actually see if it says in 8 days.
Construction complete.
On go. He's busy commanding something. I wonder what. Governor has leveled up, no one cares, and the Celestian throne's done with its surface projects here. I did queue up a bunch of stuff. Although here, not a lot, I guess. Just a power plant. They had built no mineral processing plants and no power hubs on all of their plants, which is kind of weird, because I mean they must have all the techs, right? But well, none of their planets had those particular buildings or any variety of them. We are moving to the out of the gravity well here. I'm just going to take my armies there. Oh, I can't land them, they're too big. So they are in kind of a risk. I'm sure they're going to pounce on these systems in here. And they have a small fleet there. I'm powering up the wormhole now.
Anomaly found.
Okay, leave that be, please. 70%, that's ridiculous. You have done making a wormhole down there, that's fine. Could you please end this war already? So now I guess I'm not the president anymore, right? No, the Umutharian coalition. That's my neighbor over here. He's in charge now. Wonder what he's going to do. Also, how many people are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people apart from me. So they are going to have the presidency for 25 years, which means that we will be the president in 2414, unless new people come in and kind of skip the line, which is rude. But people do that, I've been told. Pop this up to 100, please, and let's get in there and see what's what. Where did their fleet go? It's there. Well, that's not their fleet. That's the Uthabulan people. I wonder where the Mekogolda guys are. That's the Kenjol people. They are in there, but that's also just an army group. I can't actually see the Mekogolda people anywhere.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Yes, okay. So we jump in here, and what do we see? A little bit easier from here. So only sign ships, and then a pitiful 7th Stellar Fleet, which isn't that thing. That might be a space station. That one is the 7th Fleet, I guess. Yes. Okay. So you go crazy in here, please. We check out this space station first, and then we go down there, presumably.
Hostile fleet engaged. Debris analyzed. System survey complete. Situation log updated.
Another time project, and you are done. Who are you fighting with now? The spaceport. Okay, you're already engaged in here. What are those? They are a bunch of construction ships. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3 construction ships and a spaceport, which we will destroy in short order. Okay, awesome. They changed. They finished that other war. So the people here, our allies, the Violent Galactic Foundation, they ate a bunch of the Natraxi Empire, which is good because now they can focus on my war, which is a lot more important, in my humble opinion. Clean up this space station, please. Someone joined something. It's not our war, is it? I don't know if you can join a federation which is at war. You're at war with all those. What's your name of your alliance here? The Auspicious Alliance, and these are the Favorable Pact. No one knows who you are, and no one cares. There you go. Okay. Zoom out, please. Yeah, we're gonna have to go way up because lag. Now our allies
Situation
are
log
in,
updated.
and there's the win. Well, our allies are here. They can just boss around. I guess we're gonna go and bomb the planet. It is their capital, I presume. Empire Capital Complex. It must be. So let's bomb it. And I hope we can draw in their fleet. And I hope my allies are going to take care of all those outlying things, like the 7th Fleet up there. Is someone going there? Doesn't seem to be. It seems like they're all coming in here to join my party at the Macon system. How are we doing here? We are bombarding them quite
Hostile
efficiently.
fleet engaged. Station under attack.
Okay, so where are we at here? They're attacking us in the Eiffel system, where we have the transport fleet. So yes, that was my worry, my concern. Can we just get out of there, please? We cannot in the next 11 days.
Station
4, 3,
under
2,
attack.
1, go. We lost 6 fleets. We can retreat now. They just got creamed, so they're down to 4 transports. I'm not even gonna bother with these guys. I mean, army strength, not my thing. I guess I'll just send you here and land my armies. If we want to do the army game, we need to do it properly. They haven't taken the bait. They're not coming here. I hope that my allies, they usually have
Debris
a fair
analyzed.
number of ground assault troops kicking around, and if not, they can usually build them or send them in. So I'm supposing this, yeah, it's reduced completely. So send the fleet up there, pop that thing. And we're just gonna scout around real quick. There's, well, it's just 1700k, not 1700k, 1700 stack. Nothing to worry about. The Confederation of Kenjor are there with a sizable fleet. So it might be a thing to go there and bombard them. Not bombard them, but see if we can engage them. Because we do have a wormhole station there. So let's try and see if we can catch them. We would be bringing all of our allies, hopefully.
Station under attack.
We're under attack. Is that in the Eiffel system? Yes, it is. So that's actually pretty good, because that means they are occupied in here. What are they attacking, actually? There's no station here anymore. They have destroyed that. I guess it's one of our mining stations. Doesn't matter. So they have 22. They have 28,000 troops and a transport fleet. No, that's mine. Which isn't a transport fleet. It's just a research station. Doesn't matter. So they're gonna stay there, hopefully for quite a while, and then we can catch them if we are lucky. Gotta pop in a break here though, and when we come back, hopefully we can. Well, I doubt we're gonna win the war in the next episode. It's gonna take a while probably, because we need to get to 100 war score. We need to reduce these guys, and make these guys honest at least. So have to reduce their navies quite a bit. I'm guessing that the Yaxkalox Consortium can do something about the United Lithrapian holdings. If not, then we might want to help them out. I don't know. But that's going to be for next episode. I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.